So you're thinking of moving to DFW? Well, we're here today in the nicest master plan community that you've never heard of. Welcome to Mantua Point. Welcome to my channel where we talk about all things new construction here in Northeast DFW. I'm a realtor with almost a decade of experience in new home sales, and now I'm bringing that expertise to you. Now, we are going to get to this luxurious model tour in just a second, but first, let's talk a little bit about the community, because if you have not heard of Mantua Point yet, have I got a treat for you. Mantua Point is a 2,000-acre master plan community, which will have around 5,000 homes when completed. I've seen it compared to the Prosper Salina area about 10 to 15 years ago, so there's still a good chance to get in at the ground floor of a really promising community. I was really impressed with the overall community design when it comes to things like signage and fencing, all of the amenities, and the builders who are out there all have amazing reputations, like David Weekley, Perry Homes, Highland Homes, and Risland, which is the builder that we're going to be touring today. Risland is a relatively new builder to the area. They started building homes in DFW in 2017, and their website says that they offer high-quality single-family homes in thoughtfully selected communities. I also dug into their website to find what the company is all about, and I found a quote here that they are a customer-focused brand committed to maintaining a streamlined process that sets a standard of customer care and satisfaction. Here in the community of Mantua, the builder is operating a predominantly spec business model, similar to the video that we did about Meritage Homes, where almost all of the homes that are available to purchase have already been pre-selected according to designer packages. And that means they have a lot of quick move-in homes available. Their price point is starting at $425,900 and going up to the mid 700s, although I've seen some really nice discounts on their ready to move into homes. Their square footage is ranging from about 1,600 square feet to almost 3,500 square feet. And that's for their 45-foot detached rear garage product and their 65-foot traditional style homes. The model that we're going to be walking through today is part of that 65-foot product. It is the 5102 plan and clocks in at around 2,849 square feet. It is a 4-bedroom, 4.5 bath home plus a study and should be around the mid to high 600s for spec homes of this floor plan. The tax rate in the community is 2.676%, and the HOA is a decent $975 per year, considering all of the amenities that HOA covers. Amenities like the community center, the adult pool, children's pool, and splash pad, the multiple playgrounds, the Commons, which has a pickleball court, a sports court, and a hammock garden, the community orchard and gardens, and 275 acres of parks, including dog parks and waterfront green spaces. There's also 25 miles of nature trails in the community. Mantua Point is located just north of the Anna border, right off of Highway 75, for easy access to shopping, dining, and is basically a straight shot to Dallas. There's a local winery right next to the community, and historic downtown Von Alstyne is about a 10-minute drive away, which the area was so cute. I was having fun just walking around and getting footage. I went on a Monday night and there were still families out walking around, enjoying the great late summer evening. In general, it kind of reminded me of a smaller miniature version of historic downtown McKinney. There's a weekly farmers market that takes place April through September at the Central Social District downtown, which is a really fun little community spot for live music and events with a public splash pad and playground. Mantua is part of the 75 corridor development that includes a future Target and Home Depot, and there are future plans for on-site shopping, dining, dining and entertainment. The long-term plan includes a large lake district with lakeside restaurants and retail. Now, let's get this tour started. Welcome to Risland. Risland was not a builder that I had heard of prior to coming out to this community, but after having walked through this model, I think we're gonna see great things from them in the future. One of the really cool things about this model in particular is that it has 4 bedrooms and 4.5 baths. So every single bedroom in this floor plan has its own ensuite bathroom and walk-in closet. There is also a study, which is the sales office here in this model. So we're not gonna show that, but it's also right here behind me at the front of the floor plan. I love when builders have these extra wide hallways. It just makes things feel very open and spacious. We're gonna check out the other 2 secondary bedrooms in just a second. They're here and here, but first let's come and check out the main living area. Now, I am a huge fan of these countertops, especially paired with a generally light and bright color scheme. I just love this natural wood combined with the black and the cream. It's a very cozy, but still bright and modern color palette. And this bold veining is just the Frigidaire appliances that come standard with this series. And in fact, almost everything that you see here in the model, other than of course the furnishings and designer touches, are standard, because out here in Mantua Point, the Risland homes are predominantly inventory homes, which means all of the selections have already been picked out. They are designer level upgrades, and the homes are just packed with really high-end touches, like the soft close drawers, tile all the way up to the ceiling for the fireplace, and this beautiful decorative wood vent hood. Another really cool thing about this kitchen is that it has a pass-through coffee bar. And not only is it a coffee bar, but it is a wet bar. So there's a sink included here, and then you have your walk-in pantry. Coming through this way, we have a powder bath, which is great for guests to use since all of the other bathrooms are actually ensuite for the bedrooms. This floor plan also has a mudroom, and I love that it's tucked out of the way around the corner, because one thing that I have learned about mudrooms is they look really cool when they're perfectly styled like this, but whenever they're filled with coats and backpacks and hats, it can look a little chaotic, so it's nice that you can't really see it unless you go in there. Down this hallway is another bedroom with its own, again, ensuite bathroom and walk-in closet. And what's really cool about all of these bedrooms, including the primary suite, is that they're all off of their own hallways. So they're all very, very private. This is a great floor plan if you have teens, or maybe a kid in college who's living at home, or maybe you have one of the in-laws living with you, or if you have a kid who plays a musical instrument and you don't want to be right next to each other. It's just very separate and private feeling. And then we have one last secondary bedroom over here. And again, it's off of its own hallway. It does share a wall with one of the other bedrooms, but actually the wall that it shares is for the bedroom and bathroom. So you don't even have a shared wall between any of the rooms. One of the things that you need to know about Van Alstyne is that it is in an A-rated school district. Let's talk a little bit more about the schools that your children will attend if you live here. Van Alstyne ISD is an A-rated district with above average STAR exam scores, a balanced student-teacher ratio of 16:1, and a 95% graduation rate. These schools are Bob and Lola Sanford Elementary, Van Alstyne Middle School, and Van Alstyne High School, although there are plans for a future on-site elementary for the community of Mantua Point. By the way, if you're getting something out of this video, can you do me a favor and leave it a thumbs up? And don't forget to subscribe if you don't want to miss more videos like this one. let's get back to the tour. All of the homes are going to have a Lennox thermostat, and I really like the smooth, sleek look of this one. So we are gonna get to this laundry room in just a second because there's a little surprise in there that I wanna show you. But first, let's check out the primary suite. And this is a really nice sized bedroom. The ceilings are a little bit higher. As you can see, there's a ton of room in here, even including this seating area. And another really cool thing about these homes is that they all have 8-foot solid core doors. So we were talking about noise earlier. Solid core doors are amazing when it comes to blocking noise, and they just feel really luxurious in your hand. You might also notice that all of the trim finish out. So all of the door casings and the baseboards are this ultra modern kind of farmhouse clean look. The baseboards are 5 1/4 inch, so they are very substantial feeling. It's those little details in a home that either make it feel very standard and builder basic or very elevated and high end. And this is a gorgeous primary suite. For one, we have this large freestanding modern tub and this walk-in large shower with a bench. It's just, I mean, can I say it again? Luxurious. I love the spacious, separate vanities, tons of counter space and cabinet space. And just through here, I have that little surprise I was gonna show you in the laundry room. So before we head in there, actually, I did wanna point out this built-in shelf. And that's something that you don't see as much of in the starter home level that we often tour. It's just really nice to have a built-in space for shoes or baskets like this that you don't always get with other builders. All right, so here's the surprise in here. Number one, it's a pass-through from the master closet. And number two, not only does every single one of their floor plans have a sink in the laundry room, but this one here also has a water line hookup. So you can put a second fridge here instead of out in the nasty, dirty garage. One thing to mention about Mantua Point and Van Alstyne in general is that your money goes a lot further out here. You may think from touring this home, if you've seen some of my other house tours, that it is at least $100,000 more than what we've been looking at. And really, it's comparable to a lot of the homes that we've looked at in the same price point in, let's say, Melissa. But as you can see, you get so many more high-end finishes out here than you do a little bit closer into Dallas. Now, I actually don't usually really focus on the dining rooms in these tours because usually it's kind of what you see is what you get. There's a table, some chairs, cool, move on. But this is a really cool dining room. I wanted to highlight things like the tray ceiling with the crown molding, the inset here where they have the buffet set up, and just in general, these huge picture windows that just bring in all of that natural light. It brings the outside in and it just feels cool. Now let's check out the backyard. Another really cool thing about these floor plans is that every single one of them comes with a large covered patio, some of them even bigger than this one. Something that's really unique to Mantua Point is the fencing out here. So as you can see, it is all on-board fencing with the decorative cap on top, which if that means nothing to you, just look at it, but it means that it A, looks nicer, and B, offers more privacy because there's no gaps between the fence. So that's the tour. Let me know your favorite part in the comments below. I'm always curious to see what features people love. And if you're thinking about purchasing a new home here in the Dallas area, let's start with a conversation about your home buying goals. There is a Calendly link in my description for you to claim your free 30-minute consultation. I would love to be in your corner, but I can't help if you don't reach out. And if you want to see other model home tours like this one, check out this playlist. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.